Yeah, so that Mantis fight, week 3 side quest. Hello everybody, welcome to a kind of a guide video breaking down all the paths and stuff. By the way, I am showcasing on screen me having a bit of a rough time with this Mantis fight. Don't worry, some nice one-shots and some pleasant footage will be seen in this video a little bit later on. But yeah, is this you? This was me until I kind of like just chilled out for a moment and went, oh dear. Mistakes happen, but hey, you know, there's plenty of times I get to play this fight again, and that's what we're going to do in this video. We're going to look at the path clearers, champions that really worked well for me. In the description, just put some info on some of the champions. So path clearers, some of my MVPs were Human Torch, Archangel, and Kingpin, and Apocalypse. Reasons as to why will be broken down. You can see little kind of like slide tabs you can click on the screen, or kind of, yeah, just click on the screen and it'll take you to certain sections. We're talking about the different paths and different really kind of like cool champions to take on these paths and stuff. And put in the comment section, who did you use for these paths and who was your go-to Mantis champion? Let's begin with the center path. Center path going up against a Sandman with my Kingpin. I made the mistake, first of all, not properly building up my Kingpin. That's always the thing you got to do, is build up your Kingpin. And the best way to do that is push the champion, Sandman champion, to an SP2. Just get all those lovely debuffs on you and become overpowered. I became overpowered, which was good. I got 3 overpowered right there. More power to me, but yeah, it's like now I can start doing some damage. So yeah, rock and roll right there. Look at that. That's what you want to see. That's better, isn't it? And Kingpin gets a W. Also on the center path, my go-to counter was Archangel. Do bear in mind, as I said, MVPs were Archangel, were Human Torch, and also Apocalypse. They were great. There's more. As I said, comment section, put in who did you use on the path. Like, I'm not the font of all knowledge. It's just a case of like, I just found some easy cheesy options. Even for Mantis, Archangel was great. We'll look at that in a minute, or kind of go to the tabs respectively on these particular things. That's why we do the time codes in certain things. But yeah, you can see the power against Spot. Love that. Look at all that damage, and Spot's gonna flop on the floor. Boom. Now, see, there he goes. He just fell. Over on the right side path, that was a bad mistake there from me. But look, you know, capitalizing and coming back is the main thing. It's how you kind of finish off the fight if you start off scuffy. So first of all, start off with Human Torch. I love kind of on the SP1, just swiping back, allowing me a bit of breathing space. You can see again, it's going to come towards me. Swipe back, heavy attack. Now I could be timing my heavy attacks as like counters to things, but look. I like to, as a lot of you know, it's cautiously, I'm a very cautious player when it comes to MCOC. I like to be a brawler at times, but if the AI is being trash, which a lot of the times it does mean that you have to kind of like adjust by, you know, stuff like just find the easy way to deal with it. And as I said, keep the champion to an SP1, swipe back and do a heavy attack, and then the champion's down. It's easy as that. Against Sasquatch, maybe the option would be doing using Human Torch. I think I played Human Torch incorrect with this one, because I should have no, I don't know actually. Maybe something to do with the AI. I didn't have a good time with this. Archangel was my go-to on this one, mainly to deal with the healing that comes, and you could use any champion. Like if you're going against Mr. Sinister on the left-hand side, you may want to use the likes of Warlock, and even Warlock for this, to kind of just deal with the suppression of healing. It depends what you classify as a problem. I would as well recommend, as we did there, saving up your special attack for when the protection comes round, as what you can do is then kind of go into a special attack that's going to get a knockdown, and therefore knockdown on the protection. So it means you're right in again to like just get the unprotected damage off. And yeah, you should be on to a winner with this one. For me, this is all about aggression as well, keeping those neurotoxins on, which is going to be very important to kind of stop that healing that champion goes down to a certain stage. So that's that. Further on, Sabretooth, one of the main things I would point out, like a massive W, is if you have got an Apocalypse. Apocalypse can create a horseman synergy, and as well just help out left side, because there's 2 mutant champions in the shape and form of Mr. Sinister and Sauron. Oh, that's bad, but I made a bit of a mistake with there. Look, the point is creating horsemen. This was just I mean, these paths are easy to do. A lot of the time I didn't have to really concentrate. As I said, if healing is a problem, you know, switch out champions that heal block and as well do and like Warlock and stuff like that. Champions that have it. Penny Parker, as part of her Awakened kit, has it. Any champion that's got heal block to kind of deal with stuff if you can't out damage the champion. So again, it's up to like you, like what you use against this. And then on the left side path, I just use, as I said, horseman synergy build up. Like as I said, there's going to be MVPs. If you don't have the MVPs, kind of like skirt around. That's annoying there. I tried to chain into a special attack and the champion went, the defender went into a block. Annoying when that happens. I hate that when that happens. But in any case, oh, I'm getting a call. Where was I? Oh, that's M just calling about a house. Right, so moving on. Now into the video because, you know, I'm a professional. Yeah, just finishing off the fight against Mr. Sinister. Now, on to Sauron. I am getting better with my rotations on this one. I'm not brilliant, and I have to push the champion to an SP2 in order to make it dealable, because I'm just not there. I go into a block a lot of the time when it comes to the SP1, and again, that's just down to like me just needing to improve. So it's always the thing. There's always times I need to improve. I'm better with avoiding the SP2, and I just use Human Torch because I go Nova Flame and kind of just get the champion done and dusted. I found that easier. Using other champions, like again, it's just down to like silly mistakes with the unblockable side of things, and just making sure that my intercepts are better for certain circumstances and situations. So yeah, that's just on me to kind of like do a bit of learning with this. But still, I had to kind of keep my Apocalypse on, keep him strong, and I made use of that 7%, especially because I could hit into the block and get those stuns now and again. So that's good. That's kind of like, that's helpful. And just pushing the SP2 rotations on the enemy, SP1, and then the job's done. So that's what I use on the left path. And against Mojo, of course, I use Human Torch. I would have used Archangel on this one, but there's so many champions to use on this one. It's just a case of like watching the prompts that come up. Sometimes I did, sometimes I didn't. I just got a little bit annoyed with it because a lot of the time it would, I don't know why, it just seemed to be on my pattern of play. I like to go into a block partway through the champion's SP2 because there's a point in time where, I don't know why, the input for doing the swipe in that doesn't always come off, so I just try and kind of at least avoid about 3 hits on me. But yeah, like that's how I kind of like dealt with that one. It's just a case of using Human Torch. As I said, he's the go-to. And then we're on the, now finally, this is Mantis, and yeah, this is a tough one. It's tough one on rotation because at the same time, like this isn't me playing smoothly. I get really smooth fight kind of like coming up, actually 2 smooth fights. And there's lots of options. So I've seen a lot of people say, you know, using Kitty Pryde works, using Shang-Chi, Storm, Hyperion works, mainly because Hyperion's great at building power. And Purgatory, Doctor Doom, and some people that are able to, some champions are able to get power quickly can be really helpful in dealing with this. So throwing specials when the sleep counter goes down is advisable. I did that worked, but that's timing. There's a lot of watching the top left hand corner, which can be a bit of a problem. So for me, I like to build to an SP2 first and have prowess champions like Mutants in order to kind of like throw a big SP2, and if I need to finish off the champion with an SP1, at least I've got it there. You have to really box clever with this one. How do you box clever? It's just a case of like picking and choosing the right times to kind of go in. As I said, that sleep, which is a bit of an issue. I honestly got so many kind of weird inputs. Like it parried there and I wanted to deck, so it's kind of weird. Annoying because it pushed me to an SP3. You can see the bottom right hand corner, the connection problems issue kind of like pops up. I'm like, what's going on here? I could have done better with this one, trying Hyperion, but a lot of people recommend it. Now, on to where the W's are. So using the likes of Bishop was one option I really enjoyed. I enjoyed building this champion to a horseman, which a lot of the time, if you've got Apocalypse, you can build up any of your champions that are mutant to, horseman level. But what I tried to do with this one is just build up to like prowess, and also like watch out for my... the problem is I spent too much time watching top left-hand corner. That's where my issue was. And that's something you need to do. If you are getting sleep on you, I'm not saying go out of your way to get sleep, but if you can avoid getting sleep, it just can be, yeah, you just find that you're just going to eat damage. So I'm throwing an SP2 right now from Bishop, and that's nice. That's rank 1 Bishop. This is a bit smoother of a fight, just kind of like building up right here. Because here's the thing, I did so many kind of like tries of this at the lower levels and just sucked really badly on this one. and was like, okay, well, I've got to deal with this in a way that's works for me. So it was a case of like just chilling, relaxing. As soon as I get the SP2, just wait until the special attack kind of like special lock goes off, and then it's just a case of like throwing in. A lot of people using a similar method when it comes to Kitty Pryde on dealing with this one. The same with Storm. So I'd say largely choose what works for you. Storm Pyramid X I think can work, but as I said, you can get away from that sleep element by watching your special attack timers left hand corner. And I don't know if I'm going to showcase it in a second. Is go into, yeah, that's it, like a special attack in and around the champion sleep element. But the best option that I found was Archangel. It is a very, very slow fight. It's a very, very long fight. But those neurotoxins help to deal with certain elements of this one. As you can see there, I didn't go into a sleep state because of my timing. I did throw a special attack, the same special attack after, which I didn't want to do. But the neurotoxins help. This is a slow and steady wins the race. I found this as being the kind of the easiest way to kind of like cheese the fight, so to speak. You can see, again, because I had the neurotoxins on, I don't know if it suppressed. I did get hit, by the way, there, but that's just down to my own mistake. But as long as you can keep those neurotoxins on, I think it is like just an easy way to just deal with this particular fight and rotate special attacks through the issue of sleep when it comes on. Yeah, those are the champions that I use to deal with accident prone and just kind of like, well, cheese it in a certain way. I think in some ways it is kind of cheese with Archangel and with Bishop and a few others as well. And I think it's just down to good rotation to kind of deal with the likes of Sleep and also Hurt Locker and also keep your distance with Compelled Duel special attacks, otherwise you'll get rooted. And no one wants to be rooted, do they? But in any case, that's been a video. Who did you use? Put it in the comment section down below and I'll see you in the next video or maybe live stream. Much love, everybody. Have a great day. Bye-bye.